Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. I actually have no idea what I'm going to call this because I am actually still yet to upload it. This is just recording the second episode before I actually post the first, just because I feel like I keep playing, and I feel like I want to keep playing, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to continue on with the challenge with the next trainer to battle. And I keep forgetting to start my stopwatch so that I can tell how long I've been playing. The last video I think was 17 minutes exactly, so hurrah for me actually nailing that. And also I apologize for any audio or video quality issues, or even frame rate issues with this game. The thing is, I'm actually running this on an emulator and recording it straight on my computer. My computer's not very powerful, so I'm basically doing this with what I can. I use an A6 processor, so it's, you know, it is what you make of it. So yeah, I actually really enjoy this series enough to be able to play this game for hours on end and completely lose the time, but I actually hate playing games like that in the first place, so I try not to usually. This might actually keep me going though, because it makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something in some way. And hopefully, I really do actually hope to finish this series and post it on, and post the whole thing on YouTube at some point. So yeah. Also, you'll notice I say but, I say so a lot. I am not good at keeping, I'm not good at talking and stuff. I'm not good at carrying on a one-sided conversation. I'm certainly not good at carrying on regular conversations either. I prefer to just listen, although I guess part of putting myself out there, part of being outgoing is having to deal with the stutters and the social awkwardness that usually comes along with this. To practice this, I actually started live streaming stuff, and I started using the microphone, and now I basically don't even live stream without my microphone anymore, which is rather nice, you know, because I used to do it without the microphone and then just talk in the chat, and that worked up to a certain point, but then I found out that people really weren't that interested in this. I kind of wish I could be live streaming this at the same time as playing it, but or at the same time as recording it, but it just doesn't seem to want to work out on my computer, and maybe if I upgrade my computer a little, that'll work. But we'll see what the future holds. Right now, this is just relaxing. I don't look like a trainer. That's interesting. Which rich boy Dugo? Doug. Okay, that totally counts. He's gonna have ground-type Pokemon. So yes, his name is a pun too. Totally called that. Or, not called it. I've just played this game a lot. I don't often get further than the beginning part, so hopefully I actually have the gumption to do that this time. Funny thing about this game though, I don't normally use save states, and I don't normally use save states. And I'm starting to think that maybe I should when I play this game, just in order to kind of keep it consistent so that I start off back on the same place where I left off, and there's no hiccups or stutters or anything like that. And I don't always have to sign off in the same place. I mean, I doubt I'm going to anyway. But yeah. And again, you know, I don't have any video editing skills, so it's not like I can just parse them together if I save at a different point. So I think I am going to actually stick to save states in order to play this game, and in order to save the game and continue off without any interruptions. But this game actually has an interesting save type. This game, I can criticize the crap out of its save type, just like I could with any of the mystery dungeon games, you know, where they only let you quick save so you can't cheat in dungeons. In this game, however, I'm going to try not to do the cheat type method of, you know, basically catching them all and beating the game without losing a single battle. I'm not really going to save in front of anybody or anything too interesting like that. If I lose a battle, I'll lose, and I'll probably lose very often, and not even bother cutting it out, because, again, I don't like cutting stuff. I don't like any of that junk. I'm thinking I should probably adjust my audio levels, but I'm going to be patient with that. I'm going to see if you guys, I'm going to see what you guys think about that. If my voice is too quiet compared to the game, or if the game is too quiet and I'm overpowering it with my voice. kind of doing this for background noise and to kind of have company and stuff like that. I'm not really going to watch my videos. At least I don't think I'm going to watch my videos. I'm not going to try to watch my videos or take time out of my day, because that would basically double the time it takes me to play a game, which to me just seems like it would suck the fun out of it. There'd be no real incentive to play anymore, because it would just feel like work. So I think I can safely assume that my videos won't show up in YouTube or Google search engines or whatever. If they do, that's actually pretty awesome. Let me know if you got here and you're enjoying it and you found it by actually searching for it, because that'd be really cool. That would actually help my confidence quite a bit, to know that I'm being discovered by new people. But other than that, mostly I'm expecting my FilmFiction followers and maybe my Tumblr followers, probably mostly my Tumblr followers, or Twitter followers or whatever, to be watching these videos. So this is kind of for you guys, in case you want to hear my voice or hear me talk about random stuff that I normally do. Okay, so Justy's coming up here, and I've inspired him. He's going to give me a white herb. This guy just gave me some herb. So he wants me to come back when I have a full party of Pokemon. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice if you're playing along and you haven't played this game before. Don't do that. Don't come back right when you first get your full party of Pokemon. You want to wait a little while and have some higher level Pokemon, because his team will completely wreck you. He has a desert and sandstorm approach, which is really tough to beat if you just face them with your first set of Pokemon. And I might show that later on too. So each of these guys hang out down here, and these are like little biomes for stuff. One thought, I think it was said before, that if you use the colognes you can get in Agate Village in this game, and you give your Pokemon like massages in these certain areas, like this would be for grass, and this would be for, what kind of Pokemon does she have? Water. There would be like a waterfront Pokemon or a forest type Pokemon, whatever. If you use the colognes on them in the certain area that matches their type or their kind of Pokemon they are, they will like you faster. I'm not actually sure how well that works. I personally do not think it works, and I won't waste my time in there anyway, because I don't use the colognes in this game. It's not that I think it's cheating, I just think it kind of wastes a little bit of time for me, or it kind of wastes a little bit of effort for me, because it costs a lot of money to get a Pokemon's heart gauge down that way. I think this teacher's supposed to give me... Yeah, this teacher didn't give it to me. I'm supposed to get a strategy memo from somebody here, I think, but I don't know how. So I'm just gonna leave and go back out into the city. By the way, this city's track is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's really calming, it's really relaxing to me. All that junk. There we go, here, a cutscene. This guy, he's dressed kind of funny. Not that I'm judging how people dress, I mean, you should see how I look. He has the feeling he's gonna see me again somewhere, so I certainly hope not. He looks kind of sinister. But then again, so do I. You can't judge people by their looks. I don't plan on being sinister in this game. At least I hope I won't be sinister in this game. Let's hope I don't steal Pokemon like the awful Team Snag'em does. If you've played this game before, or if you know anything about this game, you know why that's funny. Basically, the goal of this game is to re-kidnap all of these Pokemon, like re-snag all of these Pokemon that you've basically caught for that team. And you did. You did catch all these Pokemon for that team. Now you're going to catch them again and try to purify them. So she saw something. Let's see what she saw. She saw a peculiar Pokemon. What she saw was a Pokemon that gave off a black aura. It was like a fighting machine, and that Pokemon would attack people. A fighting machine that attacks people. Now, if that were true, that would be truly frightening. However, a little hard to believe. I must say, he says it would be truly frightening. I kind of want to say that it would be truly frightening based on the Axe Candle Rope creepypasta. If any of you are fans of reading fan fictions, I highly recommend looking up Axe Candle Rope. It's a Pokemon creepypasta that basically outlines why the HM moves exist in the game and how they got in the game and all that kind of stuff. It's obviously not true because it's, you know, creepypasta. It's a fan fiction based on trying to make the game seem a little bit more sinister, but it's you know how those things are. So actually I came out here for I already got those potions, that's right. So they want me to challenge the Colosseum. I don't think the Colosseum is open. As if I recall correctly, it's not open. Yeah, those doors are closed. And the current challenge has already started. That's okay, because this Colosseum is actually a really tough one. This Colosseum is, I believe, almost as tough as beating Justy. Which is saying something, and again, you'll see that later. So, here we get to where my name comes from, or my username comes from. We finally found you, you filthy double-crossing traitor. If you recall, these are the people that were in that base that blew up. Wrecking the hideout wasn't good enough for you, so you had to rip off the snag machine? You've got some nerve. Who are these people, huh? Are they Team Snag'em? What do they mean by traitor? Wes, you mean... That's right, pretty lady. He's from Team Snag'em, just like us. But he's no ordinary member. He's a snagger. He's the best in Team Snag'em at snagging Pokemon without fail. So, yeah, basically the average Pokemon trainer. I'm not gonna lie to her. It was me. Oh, so it is true. That's a little shocking. Hey, Wes. Come on, hand it over. Give back the snag machine you ripped off from the hideout. So, he used to be a snagger. That's what they called him. And now that he's kind of a traitor, he's kind of stolen the snag machine. He is, I call him the ex-snagger, Wes. I suppose it might be time for an update on his title, but whatever. We'll run with it. At least for the time being, I can call him this. Joaquin. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Love the music for this game. One of the things I used to love the most about this game is that it was another 3D Pokemon game like Stadium and Stadium 2. And it's kind of a funny thing because a lot of people wanted a Stadium remake. They were just like, oh, we want another Stadium. All I could think was, what, Battle Revolution and Pokémon Colosseum weren't good enough for you? But people will have their opinions on that. This is actually my favorite out of the 3D Pokemon games until you get to X and Y. And since this is my favorite game anyway, but until you get to X and Y where they do have mainstream 3D Pokemon games now, which is really cool because they're handheld as well. I was kind of hoping for like a Colosseum or an XD remake or sequel coming out on the DS. I think that would have been epic. But alas, we got Ruby and Sapphire remakes anyway. And I guess that pleases me too, since I'm kind of a fan of the 3rd generation. Yeah, that's right, I totally admitted that right here. It's kind of a running joke I got between my friends and I that we kind of have like a constant gen war going. And some of us like the 3rd generation, some of us like the 4th, and some of us prefer the 1st and 2nd. We actually have pretty civil debates over it too. It's kind of fun. One thing that might happen is when we get more into recording and streaming and posting videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, they are likely to join me, and I am likely to join them in some of their endeavors because they like to play games too, and we've always wanted to put our videos out on the our gameplay videos out on the internet, but we never really had the hardware to do it, and I technically only got the hardware recently. However, anyway, she says we should be out shopping for Pokeballs, but that's all I have time for in this episode. 15 minutes passes really fast when you're having fun, especially when you're playing a game like this. So, I will see you all later in the next episode, which I will also probably try to record right away. Alright, see you later. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you think I should stop playing video games altogether and just completely give up on the internet. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.